One of the things we have, and it's absolutely free, is just the beauty of nature right here. We're nowhere but just on the side of the road. As you can see, we've got beautiful purple flowers. We've got beautiful yellow flowers, and they're just everywhere. It's a thing that's free to us, close to us, and very easily to see and very easily to enjoy. And if you're looking at this video, comment on me and tell me what these purple flowers are, because they're just beautiful and I don't know, and I would like to know. You can see these flowers this time of the year, and you can also take a lot of nature and just enjoy it. It's free, particularly in our area here. This will be all recorded in the Dixon Memorial Wildlife Management area, and you have a few requirements you got to have to access it, but it's minimal. So look them up and then come out and take a look. We're going to take a look at some of the areas that you can enter into. This is one of the areas off the Swamp Park Road. You can enter into these areas. Foot traffic is welcome. Vehicle traffic is prohibited in some areas. In some areas it's not. So the map is of the Dixon Memorial area is under the Georgia Wildlife heading on the internet, so you can find a map available to you of what to access and places to access. This is a food plot area within the wildlife management area. They come in here and plant whatever they plant for deer, bear, and other critters among the woods. This is a very good area here. I've put trail cameras in here multiple times, and I've recorded bear, turkey, coon, possum, the whole gamut, particularly hogs. Have a lot of hogs in here, and I hope in time they'll be able to control them and get ahead of them, because if not, it's going to be a long, difficult process. Areas like this allow you to come into it and still wander around in the woods a little bit and enjoy nature and just see what's going on, because you won't get lost here walking. You're on a road that goes back about 3/4 of a mile, and it's all clear and easy for you to navigate. And this is upland country, not swamp country, but yet it's the peripheral of the swamp, and it's part of the upland country that is typical of the swamp. And you can navigate these grown-up fire breaks, which they'll probably come in sometime close in the future, and you're not going to get lost, but pay attention to the woods, and then observe safety cautions when you are in the woods. If it's warm and a hot time, I'd wear some snake leggings, and I'd pay attention to what I'm doing in my surroundings. See, there's a sign right there that encourages you to get out and get out in nature. Foot traffic is encouraged. This is another part of the area that's off the Swamp Park Road. Here the gate's closed, but you can easily walk around it, and you can walk down into the woods, and you're safe without the concern of being lost. I'm gonna walk a little bit here with this camera, and you're gonna bounce around a little bit, but it's very difficult to hold completely still. One of the things I like to do when I come out into here, I usually stay on these trails that are used quite frequently, or one of the roads, because you'd be surprised how well the game travels these roads at night and during the day when there's no one around. They're always moving around. I like to look for tracks, see if I can find anything where something moved around or went by. I've had trail cameras in here as well, and I've recorded deer and bear, turkey here. We're on the upland part again of the swamp. It's a great part of nature that if you're Ware County, Brantley County, Pierce, close counties or that are on the periphery of the swamp, that you have an opportunity to get out and take a look at it and enjoy it. It's a great treasure for us who live in this area, and just a time to be out and where it's quiet. I don't even hear a plane today, and it's very infrequent that you can get somewhere that's not noise saturated anymore. But the Okefenokee is 400,000 acres plus of swamp and upland area like this. This happens to be planted pine, but it's part of the forestry effort, I'm sure. But within it, there are longleaf pines as well. And there are huge, beautiful cypress trees that you just can't find anywhere else. Diverse wildlife. We have the upland game, we have the game in the water, alligators, turtles, and lots of birds, water game, water birds. It looked like a hawk down yonder just flew down across the trail. You never know what you're going to encounter. I think he's still on the ground. I don't see him anywhere. So get out and enjoy what you have right here. Another thing I like to do is try to identify birds. I got one just carrying on right here in front of me, and I'm not sure what he is. So you never know what you're going to find when you're out. And I'm bouncing around all over the place here, and I apologize for that. But I was trying to get close to him to really see what he was, and I couldn't identify him from that. But that's another thing to do when you're out, identify birds and just try to, he's just on tenon coming up and being with me, which is very encouraging. And I don't know what he is, but he's pretty. And he's happy with life. He's really pretty. I'll try to see if I can identify him when I get home. If you know, comment on there for me and let me know. Another thing I like to do when I'm out here wandering around is just look at the ground and see if I can see any tracks and see what walked by here last night or see what walked by a few nights ago, and just try to identify the track, and that's interesting within itself. And obviously, if we're in swamp country, then we have to have water. We're filming this in October, and as you can see, there are a lot of yellow flowers around, and they are really, really pretty. Got some way back there in the back. One of the things too about the water, look for water birds. You'll find anhingas, you'll find herons, you'll find egrets all around. And then you'll find pretty flowers. I don't know much about flowers. I would like to know more about them, their names and their seasons, and maybe someone can get into that for us one of these days. One of the plants that we get into in this part of the world is the pitcher plant. And the pitcher plant is a carnivorous plant. And there you have some right there. You can see several as we move along in this area. So that's interesting within itself. Here we have some more. They're looking good. I think the water lilies are about all gone this time of year. And looking out over that still water, I don't see a gator with his head up. But just come look around. The Okefenokee has a great deal to offer to you. And if you want to get out in it, you can do it from the swamp park. You can take boat trips. If you want to go down to the wildlife refuge, you can take some canoe trips. If you want to go over to Stephen Foster on the other side, you can do the same. It's available to you. So look around, see what's available to you. I stumbled on these youngsters recently in my outings, and if they'll record well, as you can see, there's several over there, and they're probably, I don't know how old they would be. As you can see, there's some also along the sidelines there. This is pretty bright, so I don't know how well it'll show up. But they're in there, and I'm jostling around also. And I got this thing magnified. It doesn't hold very steady. Now Mama's down there because she's right in there. She went down when I walked up. But you never know what you're going to see out here. They're all nestled down there together, basking in the sunshine. It's a little bit cool, so they want to stay warm. And then there's some others down in the grass line there. I don't know whether you can see them or not, but they're in there. And I'm over here on the edge because I can promise you I'm not going to get close enough. I might slip in. They'll get big. I don't know how long it takes for them to mature. We'll have to find out a little more information for you. So they're all quiet and still. But there you go. It's part of the swamp. They have their own little nursery here. She's happy here. They're happy here. And everything's cool. And the yellow flowers are just blooming. And here we have some more. Aren't they just beautiful? Just a big old burst of yellow. Just brightens up your day. Thought we might try to move along that water down there real easy. I'm sure there'll be some turtles down there, and, but they're rather skittish. They'll be gone in about 2 seconds. If you look down here, you can see where the hogs have been very busy. That's an unfortunate thing we have here is wild hogs. They're in this swamp area, very thick. We'll see what we can see as we move along down there. But may not see a thing. We'll check it out. More flowers. Flowers, flowers. If you come and you keep your eyes open and you want to see pretty things, you can do that. People tell me, well, we went through there and we didn't see nothing. It's hard to see it when you're driving 40 and 50 miles an hour. Take the time to look and take the time to just enjoy it. There's a bird over there. I got that one. That's a catbird, so I know what he is. But it's a pretty place. And there's one of our native residents over there. He'll probably be basking in the sun when it's over. They don't like the cool weather. I see those turtles on the log from here, but I'll probably never be able to get to them to show you, but we'll try it. Well, I don't know if you can see them or not. There's about 3 or 4 there. They're happy in their sunbathing and warming up. You know, and this is just free. All you got to do is just ride out and look at it. Just nothing to it. This is a good area along here to see a red-shouldered hawk. They like to sit up on those wires and take a look in this water and search for something to eat. So you might pay attention to that if you're just out enjoying a ride one day. And we've got another little friend sitting there. He thinks he's hid up in the grass. And I guess for all practical purposes, he probably is. But there he is. And he's going to get bigger and bigger. He's got a nice little place here that he can kind of call his own and be happy with life. So see, that's something else. If I hadn't got out and stopped and looked, I would not have seen him. Most people want everything to come to them. Get out, stop, look, listen. Pay attention though when you do it. I don't like to be in this high grass without my snake leggings that I'm standing on. And rattlesnakes and moccasins, they like the sun this time of year too. As winter begins to move in on us and the cool weather does, we'll have ducks moving in down in here from where it's warmer, so you never know what you're going to see with them. It's just a great, great area. We got some more